This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. Here we go. Last game for the Pacers, they pick up the W against the Rockets in Houston. And that result, guys, was a real shock. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
Here's Indiana. And Clark for the Pacers, a team you used to play for. The trade in 2022 for Tyrese Halliburton, charting a new course for the franchise.
Boy, he's been such a phenomenal catalyst for this surge in Pacer basketball recently. A gifted floor general, loves to be able to get out and play in the open court, is a magnetizing force in positivity for this Pacer team. Great teammate, great leader, and really is the face of the franchise currently.
And the power Howard possesses, that's ridiculous. So much potential in that young man.
Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
A physical guard, Suggs, loves working inside. He doesn't back away from the paint at all.
Now Duncan. Over Howard. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Wagner looking it over. Got it. Good job in the low post.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Bain. Now, here's Wagner. 5 on the clock. Over Neesmith. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pacers trailed by 8. Well, when you watch Franz Wagner, Clark, what impresses you about the young forward?
His versatility and his motor are probably the 2 things that stand out. He does a lot of good things at both ends of the floor. And then you factor in, he takes great pride in playing the game, particularly when playing for his country and representing Germany. In 2023, when Germany played at the World Championships, he and his brother Mo were part of the winning team.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. Pascal Siakam's veteran presence is hugely valuable to this Pacers team. Coach Rick Carlisle said, quote, his experience is really important to us. He doesn't get rattled, his personality stays consistent, but things get frantic in games. He is a calming influence on our young players. Guys, back to you.
A cagey veteran. Allie, we thank you very much. And the Magic with possession. They've got an 8-0 run. For the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Inside, stolen by Carter. Now, Suggs. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Duncan. One-on-one fast break. Screen by Siakam. Halliburton with the bucket.
All Halliburton needs is a little dancing room. Once the screen provides that, he's ready to roll.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Black. Out to Carter. Back to Black. Shot from the wing. Here's Isaac. Pass to Black. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Neymar. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Three-pointer. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This is what Nesmith does extremely well. Stretch the floor.
And Carter has it in the corner. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And here's McConnell. Nembhard for 3. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Magic.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Pacers trailed by 6. Here's McConnell. He has yet to score. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Wagner left side. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Shooting in rhythm. Wagner practices these shots all the time.
Green by Siakam. Indiana moving it around. To the paint. Here's Huff. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Magic leading by 8. Let's go to the sideline for a report on Tyrese Halliburton. Allie, what are they saying?
The head athletic trainer for Indiana provided us some information. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Even though this is typically considered a moderate time frame to full recovery, he is indeed potentially able to play, so we'll be keeping an eye on him. Back to you.
Allie, thanks as always. We appreciate the report.
Yeah, you know, it's not easy to maintain an NBA body. It takes tremendous dedication and work, and that's why every team has an expert training staff. They're always available and always doing yeoman's work in helping these guys be ready to perform.
They set the pick, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
For the Magic. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Jackson. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
And Clark, the Magic with two good wings in Banchero and Wagner.
Yeah, they certainly have two of the better young wings in the league. Both forwards are outstanding at both ends of the floor. You know, it'd be kind of like a college football team with two gigantic tight ends. I mean, they're a physical duo, and that makes them formidable in every way.
Count it. Suggs has got his second basket of the night.
Making the right call. The pick and roll frees Suggs up to take the shot, and he does.
Pass to Toppin. Wants to get it to McConnell and does. Here's Jackson to the inside. Howard with the steal. And here's the fast break. Suggs leading the way.
2 minutes.
Payne looking around. And so Orlando again turning it over.
That was just a bad pass. There's no other way to describe it. It happens, but that was bad.
Pacers trailed by 5. 1:44 left here in the second. That's a 2 for Mathurin. Releases from the wing and drills it.
A smooth operator in that pick and roll. Mathurin understanding how to capitalize with that handle.
Here's Suggs. Rebounded by Jackson. McConnell with it. No scoring in this one. Outside Mathurin. Now Shepard. Just 5 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Pass to Bain. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Now, here's Suggs. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got 6 points.
Yeah, a rookie with superb rebounding skills. Howard saves that play.
To the middle. Here's Duncan. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with the maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Pass to Duncan. Tries from 16. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Here's Howard. And so it's Orlando with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll get you back to the action after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Orlando leading by 6. Here's Black. Still yet to score. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bain. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The Pacers have shown that they can be a threat in the East. Coach Rick Carlisle said, there's nothing wrong with high expectations. What you don't want is a situation of apathy, where expectations are low and all you're ever doing is selling hope. That's not why I came here. Back to you, Kevin.
They're for real. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. There's Wagner with the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Siakam going to the rim is like a moth going to the flame. You can't keep them away.
Back to Black. Shot clock at 6. Here's Howard. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Look, in a game this tight, those little mistakes make a big difference.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. A shot by Nembhard and nobody around. That's good. And it's McConnell with the assist.
3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Howard's still a forceful finisher around the rim.
So, Clark, when you watch Anthony Black, size, playmaking, defense, a lot to like here.
That is a fact, for sure. The sixth pick in 2023. Shooting was the question mark, still is a bit, but I tell you, that's the one area of the game you've seen over the years. Many players make great strides in refining their shots because of the work they put into it. I don't think he's going to be any different.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
Duncan is not messing around when he's in this deep. All business. Very assertive and effective.
They double him with Siakam. Pass to Wagner. It's up a three. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Magic lead by 3.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Nembhard. And stolen by Wagner. Payne for 3. Outside Howard. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
Pass to McConnell. Again, Indiana.
And that mid-range is an area where McConnell is most proficient.
And here is Payne. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one is hammered home.
And don't sleep on Baines' ability to go right to the rack. That'll happen more often than not.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Entirely new group.
Nicely done.
So it's the Pacers now. It's a 3-point game. They host the Spurs after this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Driving the lane. Down low. Kicks it out to Wagner. It's hauled in by Huff. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced. When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those pucks over here.
And Wagner has it in the corner. It's stolen by Mathurin. All by himself. And a wide open look for Walker. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps the case simply that some kind of motivational speeches at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Banchero left side. And that one drops for him. Banchero's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. Pass to Walker. Here's Huff. Off target from the baseline. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Magic up by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter of what is still anybody's ballgame. Indiana trailing here. Pass to Duncan. Oh, and the jam by Duncan.
Tim Duncan dominating with that throwdown. Way to go, big fella.
It's Suggs with the drive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
McConnell with it. Siakam outside. Wants to get it to McConnell and does. Pass to Duncan. Now Nembhard. Pocket 6. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
This is not about charity, folks. That's his fourth giveaway already. He's letting his guard down out there.
Wagner outside. Howard. And Howard with the second chance points.
And I have no doubt Howard is going to be a good offensive rebounder. The only question is how good.
Pass to Nembhard. Now Duncan is guarded by Howard. Oh, Duncan drops the hammer. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game. And I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Inside, and Howard with the stuff.
This is why Howard is so highly regarded. He's outstanding at taking the initiative on offense.
Pass to Nembhard. Duncan, a screen. Got it! Duncan down low.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
It's Suggs with the drive. And the shot goes in.
You know, on the drive, Suggs can be a bit unpredictable, which keeps him, I think, a step ahead of the defense. You don't want him knowing exactly what you're going to do.
They double him with Siakam. It's stolen by Nembhard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Magic substitution. Number 11.
Duncan right side. It's Nembhard on the wing. 6 to shoot. No good.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Beyond the arc. Now Howard. Richardson outside. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
You know, showing flashes of his old self here. I mean, when Howard finds that rhythm, he feels like nobody can stop him, and he's right.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Screen by Siakam. McConnell scanning the floor. And the 3 misses. Magic leading by 3. Ben Carroll. Nice use of the glass. And the finish.
No shame or fear in this young fella. And Carroll going to take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
Duncan fires. And he sinks the fadeaway J.
How about the concentration from Duncan? Doesn't budge, even in the biggest of moments.
And it's good.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Now McConnell. Pulls the trigger. And he misses the J.
I wouldn't count on him missing the mid-range shot again. That's a good look for him.
Leaves it in off the window.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And the Magic with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's denied. sent back by Siakam.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Throws it down. What an assist! And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Pacers foul. Pascal Siakam. First personal foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Indiana foul. Andrew Lemhard. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Isaac with the steal. And so it's Orlando winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.